What's up, Valley? We have a juicy show for you.
In today's show, we will have a piece on the seagulls here at Valley,
a weather forecast, and a story about our assistant principal. I'm Liam Sarsomas.
And I'm Morgan Mills.
And VMSTV starts right now.
Last week, we had an assembly showcasing the work of band, orchestra, and showstoppers. The show was amazing, and thank you for your hard work. Let's roll a clip from their performances.
A few weeks ago, our guidance staff organized a career cafe. During lunch, students learned about various career options. One of the presentations focused on solar energy and how solar panels generate electricity. Once again, this year, career cafe was very successful. Our first story on this afternoon focused on our very own assistant principal, Mr. Felix. We talked to him about his life when he was young. 7th grade reporters Sebastian and Jacob bring us this piece.
Mr. Felix, the new vice principal here at Valley Middle School, has said some favorite parts of being here so far.
The best part about being the vice principal at Valley Middle School has definitely been interacting with the students, with you guys. Just the work that you guys do every single day, whether it's in broadcasting or math, English, science, social studies.
As Mr. Felix loves the community here in Carlsbad, when he was younger, it was not the same.
I'm here in Chula Vista, California, only 8 miles from the border, and this house behind me is where Mr. Felix grew up. And the alleyway behind his house was a very scary place when he was a young boy.
Not only were Mr. Felix's living conditions bad, but he never had the opportunity to get a quality education early on.
In Mexico, the educational system, it was hard to deal with. The teachers were on strike when I was in 1st and 2nd grade, so my mom had to homeschool me.
Despite Mr. Felix's hardships early on, he still managed to find something that motivated him.
And I started playing sports and started making friends. I think that helped me a lot evolve, not only as a leader, but evolve as a person, knowing that I have friends that have similar interests.
Despite Mr. Felix's past, he has still managed to become the amazing person he is today, but with one thing in mind.
I think the biggest advice that I could give somebody is to have perseverance, to be persistent. If you really, really, really want something, push yourself and go after that goal.
Keep working hard, Mr. Felix. From Chula Vista, California, with photojournalist Jacob Clark, I'm Sebastian Herzentopoulos, VMSTV.
Thank you for that piece. Next up, we have Sebastian Sanders live in the Magic Window with some rather skyrocketing news.
Thank you for that, Morgan. What's going on, Valley? My name's Sebastian Sanders, and today I'm here to talk to you guys about this guy, Elon Musk. So Elon Musk is among some of the richest people in the world, and that's mainly because of his creation of both SpaceX and Tesla. But today we're mainly going to be talking about SpaceX. So SpaceX is a rocket agency, as you can see here, that that launches rockets up into space and then brings them back down to Earth and can land them. So in 2019 so far, they've launched 2 rockets, both the Falcon 9, from Cape Canaveral seen here and Vandenberg from the last slide. So that's all I have for you guys today, and now I'm going to send it back to the desk.
Thank you, Sebastian, for that. For our Campus Camera this week, we asked you to name your favorite cartoon character. Through the magic of video editing and special effects, our Campus Camera segment will actually be a cartoon. Bryce is the reporter.
Today, we're asking you guys who your guys' favorite cartoon character is. Mine is Bugs Bunny.
Donald Duck, because I like his voice.
Any anime girl.
Patrick.
Probably Chase from Paw Patrol, because, he's on the case, so.
SpongeBob. I would have to say OKKO from Let's Be Heroes.
Probably Minnie Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse.
Definitely Shaggy at 0%, because at 100% he's too boopy.
Salad fingers.
Squidward. Pizza Steve.
SpongeBob.
It's SpongeBob, bro.
Patrick, bro.
SpongeBob. Oh, it's pretty good.
Squidward.
Sonic.
Shaggy, since he's my warden savior.
Scooby-Doo. Barney.
Big Chungus.
My favorite cartoon character is probably Mickey Mouse.
Peter Griffin.
Little Bill.
Costume.
Little Bill.
Bugs Bunny.
Chief Keef.
Caillou.
SpongeBob.
Pickle Rick.
Bryce Boone from VMSTV. He's my idol. He's my little idol. So I love him. That guy.
Love me.
Man, I love cartoons. Now we have Porter Moore live in the studio to talk to track and field. Porter, what's up?
What's up, Valley? I'm here today with two track members, Delaney and Malia, to talk about the upcoming season. So, Malia, what is track like?
Track meets are especially exciting. It's really cool to put yourself up against like other kids from other schools and just push yourself to be the best.
That sounds really interesting. And can you tell me, what are your favorite events?
My favorite events are the 400, the 800, and then the 1600.
Well, those sound really fun. And Delaney, what are some of your favorite events?
My favorite events are the 100, the 200, and the 4x100.
Okay, those sound fun as well. And can you tell me, where can you sign up?
You can sign up for this in School Loop or in the office by March 15th.
Okay, remember, Valley, you can sign up in the office or on School Loop. And any last words?
I'd like to shout out Sebastian and Rowan for doing a great job on the show.
Shout out to Morgan Lambrisi from PE.
Okay, Liam, back to you.
Thank you, Porter. As everyone knows, our campus has been invaded by seagulls. Perched on classroom rooftops, they survey the campus in search of food. The seagulls are harmless, but their presence has traumatized a group of 8th graders. Here's the story.
You know, it started out like a day, just like any other, at lunch, hanging out with my boy Liam, and that's when it hit me, you know, just like, I just felt it right on my shoulder. Just, that will never happen again, and I'll never get over it, and I'll never forget it. I'll never forgive those birds.
So, my story starts, you know, I was sitting and I was having lunch, and I was sitting under a tree, so I thought I was safe, and it wasn't safe. And this bird comes flying overhead, you know, he had it out for me, you know, he just dropped a bomb, and it just landed right on my shoulder. And it just took me out, you know, it was just one of the saddest and hardest moments in my life. It was just terrible.
So I've gotten pooped on once by a bird. I was on my way to art, and I look up and see this just poop coming down, and I try to dodge it, but I accidentally just go into the poop, and stuck with me through the whole entire time, and just my whole entire class was just laughing at me.
I was walking towards English and just get a feeling something's not right, like something's out of place in the world. So I turn around and I see a seagull on the ledge, but I think everything's gonna be okay, so I keep walking, but really it wasn't gonna be okay. So I keep walking, and I just hear that, like, that little devil just coming down as fast as he can, coming like a bomber, just boom.
I've gotten pooped on twice by the same seagull, I think. It must really hate me. But they were in 2 different locations. The second time had a bigger load, and I was actually with Brock both times. And it's pretty humiliating. It's like I'm a clown, and everyone's just like pointing at me and laughing at me. It's pretty sad.
Thank you for that piece, PJ and Micah. For the victims, I hope you can find a way to move past the trauma. Now, I'm going to send it over to Zuzu live in the studio with our weekly weather report. Zuzu, how's our weather looking for the weekend?
The weather for the weekend is pretty good considering we just had a lot of rain. This weekend it's mainly going to be high 50s and low 60s, which means it's still going to be pretty chilly, so if I were you, I would stick to warm clothes. The weather may not be changing this weekend, but the time definitely is. On Sunday at 2 a.m., it's daylight savings spring forward, which means when it's 1:59, instead of turning 2, it'll turn 3. Also, this means we will lose an hour of sleep, which I know for me is going to make it a lot harder to wake up the next day for school. Regardless, I'm sure it's going to be a beautiful day on Monday, so that's always good to look forward to. I hope you have a good weekend. Now I'm going to send it back to Anchors.
Thank you, Zuzu, for that update. Hopefully we'll get back in sunny weather soon.
That brings us to the end of our show.
We hope you enjoyed.
And we'll be back one more time before the class goes to Seattle.
Bye.
Bye.